Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chill English Channel. We're very happy you're here with us today.
Hi everyone. Whether you're relaxing at home, walking outside, studying, or drinking a cup of coffee somewhere peaceful, thank you for spending time learning English with us.
I'm Sophia.
And I'm Jake.
Today, we're going to talk about something very personal, meaningful, and important in everyday life.
That's right. Today's topic is happiness.
More specifically, we're going to talk about what makes people happy and how to talk about happiness naturally in English.
Happiness is a topic that appears in conversations more often than people realize.
People ask questions like, what makes you happy? When do you feel happiest? Or, what does a happy life mean to you?
These questions can lead to deep and meaningful conversations.
And they are also wonderful questions for English learners because they help you practice expressing emotions, experiences, opinions, and personal values.
Learning how to talk about feelings naturally is an important step towards speaking English more confidently.
Sometimes learners know a lot of grammar and vocabulary, but they still feel nervous when conversations become personal.
Especially when talking about emotions.
Exactly. Talking about happiness requires more than vocabulary.
It also requires confidence and the ability to explain your thoughts clearly.
The good news is that you do not need complicated English to talk about happiness.
In fact, simple and honest sentences often sound the most natural.
Before we begin today's lesson, if you enjoy learning English through calm and relaxed conversations like this, please subscribe to Chill English Channel.
Subscribing helps us continue creating peaceful and useful English lessons for learners around the world.
All right, Jake, let's begin with a simple question.
Uh-oh, I feel like I should prepare myself.
Don't worry, it's an easy one.
Okay, I'm ready.
What usually makes you happy?
Honestly, I think small things make me happiest.
Small things.
Yeah, simple moments during everyday life.
I like that answer already.
For example, I really enjoy peaceful mornings.
What kind of peaceful mornings?
You know, waking up early, making coffee, sitting quietly for a few minutes, and not rushing anywhere immediately.
That sounds very relaxing.
It is. Sometimes happiness comes from having a calm moment before the day becomes busy.
I think many people can relate to that feeling.
Especially these days, life often feels very fast and stressful.
That's true. Many people spend their days moving from one responsibility to another. Work, school, emails, traffic, schedules.
Sometimes people become so busy that they forget to enjoy small moments.
Exactly. That's why peaceful moments feel so valuable to me.
Besides peaceful mornings, what else makes you happy?
Music definitely makes me happy.
Really? What kind of music?
Mostly calm music. Acoustic guitar, piano music, soft jazz, things like that.
So, relaxing music helps you feel peaceful.
Yes, especially after a long or stressful day.
Music can really change a person's mood.
Definitely. Sometimes, even one good song can completely change the atmosphere of your day.
I completely agree with that.
I also enjoy going on quiet walks.
That sounds nice.
Especially during the evening when everything feels calmer.
I think many people underestimate how helpful simple walks can be.
Yes, walking gives you time to think, breathe, and slow down mentally.
Modern life doesn't always give people enough quiet time.
Exactly. Sometimes happiness is simply having a moment where your mind can rest.
I like that idea a lot.
What about you, Sophia? What kinds of things make you happy?
Honestly, many of the things you mentioned also make me happy.
Really?
Yes, especially peaceful evenings.
What do peaceful evenings look like for you?
Usually something simple, maybe reading a book, drinking tea, listening to rain outside, or talking with family.
That sounds very cozy.
I guess I enjoy calm environments.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I think happiness often feels quieter than people expect.
That's an interesting point.
Sometimes people imagine happiness as huge, exciting moments.
Like winning an award, traveling somewhere amazing, or becoming very successful.
Exactly.
But real happiness is often much smaller and more ordinary.
Yes, and maybe that's why it's easy to overlook.
I think social media also changes the way people think about happiness.
That's true.
Online, people often show only exciting moments, vacations, expensive restaurants, parties, achievements.
But everyday happiness usually looks much simpler than that.
Exactly. Sometimes happiness is simply having a peaceful day without stress.
Or having enough time to rest properly.
Or laughing with friends.
Or eating your favorite food after a long day.
Honestly, food can absolutely improve happiness.
Definitely. Good food makes life better.
What food makes you especially happy?
Warm, homemade meals.
That answer sounds very comforting.
I think homemade meals feel emotional somehow.
Because they often remind people of family and memories.
Exactly. Certain smells or tastes can immediately remind you of childhood.
That's true for me too.
Happiness and memory are often connected.
That's actually a very important idea.
Positive memories can create feelings of comfort and gratitude.
And gratitude is another important word connected to happiness.
Yes, gratitude means appreciating the good things in your life.
Even small things.
Exactly. Sometimes people focus so much on future goals that they forget to appreciate what they already have.
That happens very easily in modern life.
People often think, I'll be happy when I make more money, or I'll be happy when I become successful. I'll be happy when everything becomes perfect.
But life is never completely perfect.
Exactly.
That's why many people try to find happiness in ordinary daily moments instead.
I think that mindset can make life feel much more peaceful.
Me too.
Let's teach our listeners a very useful English sentence pattern.
Good idea.
One common pattern is, one thing that makes me happy is...
For example, one thing that makes me happy is spending time with my family.
Or, one thing that makes me happy is listening to music during quiet evenings.
Here's another very natural pattern.
The pattern is, I feel happiest when...
For example, I feel happiest when I have time to relax and enjoy nature.
Or, I feel happiest when I'm surrounded by people I care about.
These sentence patterns are simple, but they sound very natural in real English conversations.
And notice that both patterns help you explain emotions clearly.
Adding details always makes your English sound warmer and more natural.
Instead of only saying, music makes me happy.
You could say, I feel happiest when I listen to calm music after a stressful day.
That sounds much more personal and expressive.
Another useful expression is, blank puts me in a good mood.
For example, sunny weather puts me in a good mood.
Or, talking with close friends always puts me in a good mood.
Native English speakers use this expression very often.
Especially in casual conversations.
Let's also talk about the difference between temporary happiness and long-term happiness.
That's a really interesting topic.
Temporary happiness can come from small, enjoyable moments, like eating dessert, watching a funny movie, or buying something new.
But long-term happiness is often connected to deeper things like relationships, health, purpose, balance, and emotional peace.
I think many people spend years trying to understand what truly makes them happy.
And sometimes the answer changes over time.
That's very true.
The things that made you happy as a child might be very different from the things that make you happy now.
When I was younger, happiness meant excitement.
And now?
Now, happiness feels much calmer to me.
Honestly, I understand that completely.
These days, peace feels more valuable than excitement sometimes.
I think many adults feel that way.
One thing I find very interesting is that happiness looks different for every person.
That's absolutely true.
Some people feel happiest when they are surrounded by friends and family.
While others feel happiest when they are completely alone and enjoying quiet time.
Some people love excitement and adventure.
And others prefer stability, peace, and routine.
That's why conversations about happiness can become so personal and meaningful.
Because people are really talking about their values and the kind of life they want.
Exactly.
For example, some people connect happiness with success.
Success in work, money, or personal achievements.
Yes, they feel motivated by goals and progress,
Reaching an important goal can create a strong feeling of satisfaction.
especially when someone has worked very hard for a long time.
I think everyone enjoys the feeling of accomplishing something meaningful.
Definitely.
But at the same time, success alone does not always guarantee happiness.
That's a very important point.
Someone can have money, status, or achievements and still feel stressed or emotionally exhausted.
Which shows that happiness is more complicated than people sometimes imagine.
Exactly. Emotional well-being matters too.
In recent years, more people have started talking openly about mental health and emotional balance.
Especially because modern life can feel overwhelming sometimes.
Many people are constantly busy.
Busy schedules, constant notifications, work pressure, financial stress.
Sometimes people become mentally tired without even realizing it.
That's why many people now value peace of mind more than before.
Peace of mind is such an important phrase.
Yes, peace of mind means feeling mentally calm and emotionally stable.
It means your mind is not full of constant stress and worry.
Let's teach our listeners a useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
You can say, for me, happiness means blank.
For example, for me, happiness means having peace of mind and healthy relationships.
Or, for me, happiness means having enough time to enjoy life slowly.
This pattern is very useful because it allows you to express personal values naturally.
Another useful pattern is, I feel happy when I have time to blank.
For example, I feel happy when I have time to read, relax, and spend time with family.
Or, I feel happy when I can disconnect from work and rest properly.
That last sentence is becoming more relatable for many people these days.
Definitely.
Modern technology has changed the way people work and live.
Especially smartphones and social media.
Sometimes people feel pressure to always stay productive.
Or to compare their lives with other people online.
And comparison can easily damage happiness.
That's very true.
When people constantly compare themselves to others, they may start feeling dissatisfied with their own lives.
Even if their lives are actually good.
Exactly.
Social media often shows only the best moments of people's lives.
Vacations, celebrations, achievements, expensive experiences.
But people rarely show stress, loneliness, or difficult moments.
Which creates an unrealistic picture of happiness.
I think true happiness is usually much quieter and more ordinary.
I agree completely.
Sometimes happiness is simply having a calm day with people you trust.
Or having enough free time to breathe and relax.
Or feeling healthy and emotionally supported.
Health is another huge part of happiness.
Absolutely.
People often forget how valuable good health is until they lose it.
Physical health and mental health both affect happiness deeply.
When your body feels exhausted, your emotions are affected too.
And when someone experiences too much stress for too long, it can become difficult to enjoy daily life.
That's why healthy habits are so important.
Let's talk about a few habits that can improve happiness.
One simple habit is getting enough sleep.
Sleep affects mood, energy, concentration, and emotional balance.
Another important habit is exercise.
Exercise doesn't always mean intense workouts.
Even walking regularly can improve mental well-being.
Spending time outside can also improve mood.
Natural environments often help people feel calmer and less stressed.
That's why many people enjoy parks, beaches, forests, or mountains.
Natural environments can create feelings of peace and comfort.
Another important factor is human connection.
Definitely.
Healthy relationships play a huge role in happiness.
Spending time with supportive people can improve emotional health significantly.
Friends, family, partners, communities.
Feeling connected to other people is extremely important.
Loneliness can affect happiness very strongly.
Especially in modern society, where many people spend large amounts of time online.
Technology helps people communicate, but it can also sometimes reduce real human interaction.
That's true.
Real conversations often feel emotionally different from online communication.
Face-to-face conversations usually feel warmer and more personal.
Another important topic connected to happiness is work-life balance.
Yes, many people talk about work-life balance today.
Work-life balance means having enough time for both work and personal life.
It means work does not completely control your life.
Some people work extremely long hours.
And over time, that can create stress, exhaustion, and burnout.
Burnout is another important vocabulary word.
Burnout happens when someone becomes emotionally and physically exhausted from too much stress or work.
Many people today are trying to create healthier lifestyles to avoid burnout.
Especially after realizing that constant stress does not lead to long-term happiness.
Some people now prioritize flexibility more than salary.
Flexibility means having more control over your schedule and lifestyle.
For example, remote work has become more common in recent years.
Some people love remote work because it gives them more freedom.
They can spend more time at home, avoid commuting, and manage their schedules more comfortably.
But other people prefer traditional workplaces.
Because they enjoy teamwork and social interaction.
Again, happiness depends on personality and personal preference.
Exactly. There is no single formula for happiness.
Different people need different things to feel fulfilled.
Fulfilled is another useful word.
Yes, feeling fulfilled means feeling satisfied and emotionally complete.
People often feel fulfilled when their lives feel meaningful.
Meaning can come from many places.
Relationships,
Creative work,
helping other people,
personal growth,
learning new skills.
or contributing to something important.
I think purpose is strongly connected to long-term happiness.
I agree.
People usually feel happier when they feel their life has meaning.
Even small responsibilities can create meaning.
That's true.
Taking care of family, supporting friends, teaching others.
Those actions can create strong feelings of purpose and connection.
Let's teach another useful sentence pattern.
Good idea.
You can say, one important part of happiness is blank.
For example, one important part of happiness is having supportive people around you.
Or, one important part of happiness is having balance between work and rest.
Here's another useful expression. Even small things can make a big difference.
Native English speakers use this phrase very often.
Especially when talking about emotional well-being.
For example, even small acts of kindness can make a big difference.
Or, even small moments of rest can improve your mood.
I think many people underestimate the importance of small positive habits.
Definitely.
Drinking enough water, sleeping properly, talking with friends, spending less time online.
Small changes can improve daily happiness more than people expect. Another important idea is gratitude.
Gratitude is closely connected to happiness.
Grateful people often focus more on what they have instead of what they lack.
That mindset can create a healthier emotional perspective.
Of course, life still includes problems and difficult moments. Happiness does not mean being positive every second of every day.
Exactly. That would be unrealistic.
Everyone experiences stress, sadness, disappointment, and frustration sometimes.
Emotional balance is not about avoiding negative emotions completely.
It's about learning how to manage emotions in a healthy way.
And continuing to appreciate positive moments even during difficult periods.
I think that's a very mature understanding of happiness.
Me too.
Let's talk about another interesting question.
Okay.
What do you think is more important, success or peace of mind?
Wow, that's actually difficult.
I know.
I think both are important, but if I had to choose only one, I would probably choose peace of mind.
Really?
Yes, because success without emotional peace can feel empty after a while.
That makes sense.
A person might become successful professionally but still feel anxious or exhausted constantly.
And eventually that stress affects quality of life.
Exactly.
I think many people spend years chasing success before realizing they also need balance.
Balance might actually be one of the most important words in this entire conversation.
I agree completely.
Too much work, too much stress, too much pressure.
Eventually, people need rest and emotional recovery.
And learning to slow down sometimes is very important for happiness.
Especially in a world that constantly encourages people to move faster. That's why quiet moments can feel so meaningful now.
A quiet evening,
A good conversation.
a relaxing walk,
a moment without stress or noise.
Sometimes happiness is much simpler than people expect.
Now that we've talked about different ideas of happiness and the things that can improve emotional well-being, let's focus on something very practical.
Yes, let's talk about how to describe happiness clearly and naturally in English.
Many English learners know basic emotional vocabulary, like happy, sad, excited, or stressed.
But sometimes they are not sure how to express deeper feelings in a natural way.
That's why learning a few useful sentence patterns can help a lot.
Especially when conversations become more personal.
Let's start with one of the most useful sentence patterns.
The pattern is, something that makes me happy is blank.
For example, something that makes me happy is spending quiet time with my family.
Or, something that makes me happy is listening to music while walking outside.
This pattern is simple, flexible, and very natural in everyday English.
Another useful pattern is, I feel happiest when blank.
For example, I feel happiest when I have time to relax without thinking about work.
Or, I feel happiest when I'm surrounded by supportive people.
Notice how these answers explain both the emotion and the situation connected to it.
That makes the conversation sound more natural and meaningful.
Here's another useful pattern. A happy life means blank to me.
For example, a happy life means having balance, good health, and meaningful relationships to me.
Or, a happy life means having peace of mind and enough time to enjoy small moments.
This pattern is especially useful when discussing personal values or life goals.
Let's build a longer answer using several sentence patterns together.
Good idea.
A natural answer could sound like this. Something that makes me happy is spending time in nature.
I feel happiest when I can disconnect from stress and enjoy peaceful surroundings.
For me, happiness means having balance and appreciating small moments in daily life.
Notice how the answer sounds calm, detailed, and emotionally natural.
Now let's talk about some common mistakes English learners make when discussing emotions and happiness.
Mistake number 1 is using incorrect verb structures.
For example, some learners say, I am enjoy music.
But the correct sentence is, I enjoy music.
Or, I am enjoying music right now.
The verb enjoy does not usually follow I am by itself.
Another common mistake is saying, happiness is make me calm.
A more natural sentence would be, happiness makes me feel calm.
Or, peaceful moments make me feel calm.
Small grammar mistakes can make sentences sound unnatural even when the meaning is understandable.
Another common issue is giving answers that are too short.
For example, someone might say, I happy with family.
Native English speakers would usually say, I feel happiest when I spend time with my family.
Adding emotional details makes your English sound much more fluent and expressive.
Another mistake learners sometimes make is translating directly from their native language.
That happens very often with emotional expressions.
For example, some learners say, my heart becomes happy.
While understandable, native English speakers would usually say, it makes me feel happy.
Or, it brings me joy.
Joy is another very useful vocabulary word.
Joy means a strong feeling of happiness and emotional pleasure.
Native speakers often use words like joy, peaceful, grateful, fulfilled, and relaxed when discussing happiness.
Let's introduce a few more useful emotional vocabulary words.
The first word is grateful.
Grateful means appreciating the good things in your life.
For example, I feel grateful for my family and close friends.
Another useful word is fulfilled.
Feeling fulfilled means feeling satisfied and emotionally complete.
Someone might say, I feel fulfilled when I help other people.
Another important word is relaxed.
Relaxed means calm and free from stress.
For example, I feel relaxed when I listen to rain sounds.
Another very common expression is good mood.
For example, sunny weather always puts me in a good mood.
Or, talking with close friends puts me in a good mood.
These small expressions appear constantly in real English conversations.
Let's also talk about emotional balance.
Emotional balance is a very important part of happiness.
It means managing emotions in a healthy and stable way.
Life always includes difficult moments.
Stress, disappointment, uncertainty, sadness.
Nobody feels happy every moment of every day.
And that's completely normal.
Sometimes learners think happiness means constantly feeling excited or positive.
But real happiness is often quieter and more stable than that.
Many emotionally healthy people still experience difficult emotions regularly.
The difference is that they learn how to handle those emotions in healthier ways.
That's why self-care is becoming a more common topic today.
Self-care means taking care of your physical and emotional well-being.
Self-care can include simple activities like resting, exercising, eating healthy food, or spending time away from stress.
Sometimes people feel guilty for resting, especially in very busy cultures where productivity is highly valued.
But rest is extremely important for emotional health.
People are not machines.
Exactly. Without proper rest, stress slowly builds over time.
And eventually, that stress affects happiness, energy, motivation, and relationships.
Let's introduce another useful sentence pattern.
The pattern is, I try to make time for blank.
For example, I try to make time for exercise and relaxation.
Or, I try to make time for family even when I'm busy.
This pattern sounds very natural because native speakers often discuss habits this way.
Another useful pattern is, one thing that helps me relax is blank.
For example, one thing that helps me relax is reading before bed.
Or, one thing that helps me relax is taking long walks during the evening.
Let's practice a slightly longer natural answer.
Here's an example. One thing that helps me relax is listening to calm music after work.
I try to make time for peaceful activities because they help me feel emotionally balanced.
For me, happiness means having enough time to rest, connect with people I care about, and enjoy life slowly.
That answer sounds calm, thoughtful, and very natural in spoken English.
Now let's talk about another important idea:
What's that?
the difference between temporary pleasure and long-term happiness.
Ah, that's interesting.
Temporary pleasure usually comes from short, enjoyable experiences.
Like buying something new, eating dessert, or watching an entertaining movie.
But long-term happiness is usually connected to deeper emotional stability.
Things like healthy relationships, purpose, balance, and inner peace.
Inner peace is another excellent expression.
Inner peace means feeling emotionally calm inside yourself,
Many people spend years searching for that feeling.
especially in stressful modern lifestyles.
Sometimes people become so focused on achievement that they forget to enjoy their present life.
They constantly think about the future.
I'll be happy when I become successful.
I'll be happy when I earn more money.
I'll be happy when life becomes easier.
But happiness cannot always wait for perfect conditions.
Exactly.
Sometimes people need to learn how to appreciate life as it exists now.
That doesn't mean ignoring goals or ambition.
Of course not.
Goals are important,
Personal growth is important too.
but emotional well-being matters just as much.
Balance again.
Yes, balance seems to appear in almost every conversation about happiness.
Probably because modern life easily becomes unbalanced.
Too much stress?
Too much work,
Too much screen time?
too little rest.
Too little real connection.
That's why small peaceful moments can feel surprisingly powerful.
A quiet morning.
A meaningful conversation.
A walk outside.
A good meal with family.
Simple experiences often create the strongest emotional memories.
And maybe that's one of the biggest lessons about happiness.
That happiness is not always something huge or dramatic.
Sometimes it's simply learning how to notice the good moments that already exist around you.
Now it's time for a little speaking practice.
If possible, try answering these questions out loud.
First question: what usually makes you happy?
Second question, when do you feel the most relaxed?
Third question: what does a happy life mean to you?
Fourth question, what small activities improve your mood?
Try using some of the sentence patterns we practiced today.
For example, something that makes me happy is blank.
Or, I feel happiest when...
Or, one thing that helps me relax is blank.
Speaking out loud helps train your brain to express emotions more naturally in English.
And emotional conversations are an important part of becoming fluent.
Before we finish, let's quickly review what we talked about today.
We discussed different ideas about happiness and emotional well-being.
We talked about peaceful moments, relationships, balance, gratitude, and emotional health.
We also learned useful sentence patterns for expressing feelings naturally in English.
And we discussed common mistakes learners should avoid when talking about emotions.
Most importantly, we practiced speaking about happiness in a calm and honest way.
Now it's time for our question of the day.
What is one small thing that makes you happy every day?
Write your answer in the comments.
You can begin your sentence like this. One thing that makes me happy is blank.
We always enjoy reading your answers.
It's a wonderful way to practice your English writing skills.
If you enjoyed this episode, please like, comment, and subscribe to Chill English channel.
Subscribing helps us continue creating calm and useful English lessons for learners around the world.
Keep practicing a little every day.
And remember, learning English is a journey.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you next time.